Hello, Brazy. Yeah. Looks like they back for a fifth season, man. Who that? Sports Roundtable. Who? SRT Crew. Whoa. SRT. They got that realness flowing in they DNA. Damn you lame if you ain't tuned to SRT today. HO got that payload when he say so. What you betting on? Don't get mad at me on fantasy. Break up Kyrie LeBron. I be smooth as sports superhero Hancock in the mix. Deal will roll tide forever. Real talk, you know who he gon' pick. See where I be with SRT. Behind the glass, that G Money. They with a strong, I never lose. 6-man elite, that's J Smooth.
All you other sports radio shows is fake news. Believe it. Turn up your radios, cause it's time for SRT Radio. Yeah.
What up? It's Sports Roundtable, and we're live in our virtual studios overlooking the virtual world. I am your humble host, H.O. from Bankhead, and I got my usual suspects with me tonight after a great week of eating with the family and eating turkey, mac and cheese, collard greens, and all that good stuff. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed some great football on Thanksgiving and the weekend as well. My main man, Coach, had a show Saturday. What's up, Coach?
Hello.
Coach is going to talk about the rumors about Mike Tomlin and all those. No, that's Coach don't want to. Coach, you don't want to hear it, do you?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that right now. I got another topic I'm going to talk about concerning somebody who's sitting below us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, with that being said, my main man, Asa, is in the building. You can catch him Mondays from 7 to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How was your trip to Chicago? You said it snowed, and you got back safely, though.
Yeah, made it there safely. Got back safely, man. The weather was crazy down there, but for them, they probably used to it. You know, country boy like myself, seeing the devil's dandruff out like that. You know what I mean? We wasn't wasn't all ready for it, but good time in the shy.
Mm-hmm. Dez already got a message for you, Coach.
Hey, Dez, what's going on?
I'm with you on that one, Dez. That might be a good. That might be a good look, but I have a little caveat to that one if that was to be the case.
Mm-hmm.
Coach said he don't want to look. He's sounding a little bit toy.
Yeah, Mr. H.O. How about you know when you try to be a good person and check on somebody, you don't have their number, but you send them a DM and they don't even respond to say they okay.
When you send me a DM, send to the Facebook.
Oh, don't make me.
No, I'm asking for real. I'm asking for real. I didn't. You sent it to Facebook
early in the morning on the day you left, but that's okay.
I apologize. I ain't see it. I would have responded. I didn't see it. Honestly, I didn't see it. If I go to it right now, it's gonna show as unread because I didn't see it.
You respond before the night over with. I know that. Or guess what?
Now I do know. Ho hit me up, sent me a quick text or whatever, and I'm gonna put it on Ho. I thought Ho would have spread the word to everybody else.
Yeah, that's okay. The word spread.
But thank you, Coach, for checking in on me. My apologies that I did not see and was not able to respond back.
I'm gonna be checking in on you all day tonight.
I appreciate it. Before you get into the show, Ho, I ain't even have a chance to unpack yet. Everything I packed still sitting at the foot of the bed.
What?
I came back, had to get back at it.
Back at it, huh?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm trying to figure out why is this pulling up the wrong. My notes. Pulling up my wrong notes. Those are the notes, and I'm not trying to. Okay, these are my notes right here. All right, man, we got a great show for you tonight, man. You just don't understand. A lot of coaching changes in the college football. A lot of coaching changes and college football. It's chaos at this point. It's chaos, and it'd be more chaos if a certain team win and if a certain team lose. But right now we got a dilemma about Notre Dame jumping over Miami, in which they lost to, and then you got Sarkisian still claiming that his team is still one of the best 12 teams in the nation, and they deserve to be in the playoffs. But we're going to talk about it for sure. Question of the day, man. I came up with these question of the day, college basketball edition, and I can't wait to jump into that. E-Dub will be coming on. He's live at the Hawks game right now. But he said he going to step out and give us about 5 or 10 minutes of his time, and he going to talk about the Hawks and what they are doing, what they can do, and has Jalen Johnson ascended to being the number one guy?
He on his way.
Is that a legit? That's a legitimate question, right?
That's a legit question. I mean, he's giving the Hawks upper management a real thought about it might not being a bad move, and letting or I should say not paying.
Yeah. Okay.
Trade.
Right.
The max. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would want to trade him, but he's giving him enough. They're giving him enough reason. Johnson's play is giving them enough leverage to be like, well, we ain't got to pay y'all. We ain't got to pay you the max because you're not even outplaying this second-year guy.
Dead off the chain.
Yep, it's going to be another 3-loss team joining them after this weekend too.
Uh-oh. You think so?
I think so. I think a lot. I mean, I think a lot's riding on this game for Kirby.
Yeah, it's a lot going on in that. Yeah, we definitely gonna get to it, but
for years to come. Like, I'm not talking about Kirby's gonna lose his job if he loses game. I just think it's gonna change the landscape of how on what kids look at to where they want to go. And you got that monster that that decided to take a job down in the Bayou as well. So
yeah, we got to get to that, and look like Florida got their head coach, and look like Penn State the only one without a coach right now. South Florida has a coach. And I'd be remiss to not mention that Kennesaw State will be playing in the championship game on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
So shout out to the Owls. Yes, sir. The Haynes King hype, did that just drop and fall down like the stock market, or what happened?
He forgot he was a football player.
Oh, okay. Well, that could be the case for sure. Definitely could be the case. Yeah, man, but it's gonna be a lot going on, a lot riding on these championship games and things of that nature. But before we get into our hot news, do y'all think a 3-loss team can get into the playoff even if they have a decent enough resume?
The answer should be no, but I think we're gonna find out this weekend.
Yeah, we should.
The answer should be no, but I feel like we're gonna find out this weekend that the answer is yes.
Now, will it be because they actually are one of the best teams in the nation, or will it be because they have a last name playing for them that needs to get exposure?
You talking about for Texas or
yes,
for
Texas?
I think it's a combination of both. I mean, Texas is a true blue blood football status, and then second, yeah, you get the bump with the last name.
Well, there's
who's that quarterback? Well, who's that quarterback anyway?
Yeah, Cuz said
and then
you have to think about a 3-loss team from the SEC.
And that was that was gonna be my last comment. Then you gotta talk about the conference that has that team. We wouldn't have this conversation if it was the traditional Big 12, and we definitely wouldn't have this. I mean, we definitely wouldn't have this question if it was an ACC team. They told a team a couple years ago, hit the road, Jack, and they were undefeated.
Yeah, they did.
So, you put everything together. What you said, yes, it's the school. Texas checks that box. They're a big market school. Do you got a player that everybody's recognizable and has a last name that everybody knows? Check. Yes, you got that in Arch Manning. And then 3, are you coming from a conference?
I tell you what, let's answer
their weight.
What if Texas was still in the Big 12 with 3 losses?
No,
they don't get in.
If everything was the way before all this, combining whatever, no, Texas would not.
It wouldn't even be a conversation.
Wouldn't even be a conversation.
It's not a conversation now. Texas lost to Florida. They ain't in no conversation. They lost to Florida. Boo.
Coach jumped up real quick.
They ain't going nowhere. You lost to Florida, who don't even have a coach now. Or I guess they do have one, but Florida. And you didn't lose. It wasn't. No.
No, hey, Coach, you're right. They didn't have a coach. They had a coach, dead man walking for 2/3 of this season. Everybody knew they was going to fire their coach. It's just going to be what loss was going to happen. It probably should have happened to Texas. If Texas had beat them, he would have got fired that weekend. He beat Texas. Then it was like, okay, we're going to give you 2 more weeks before you're going to get fired to losing whoever that next person was. So they had a dead man walking as a coach almost more than 2/3 of the season. So you're right. Texas, you should not have lost to Florida, who didn't have a coach, and talent-wise was down this year. So, yeah, losing to Florida this year is the equivalent of Texas losing to South Carolina State.
Ooh.
And Georgia stomped them. So no, bye. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Good night.
Well, I got another scenario for you once we get into it. Matter of fact, we'll go ahead and get into it now. It's time to get into the hot news. And the hot news is sponsored by Big Easy Grill, 1193 Collier Road. I was just there a couple of weeks ago with the fellas. Big Easy Grill is the number one place where you get some shrimp, crab claws, even the voodoo wings. I think Dez had the voodoo wings and he was licking his fingers left and right. So the voodoo wings have made it to the menu. So Big Easy Grill, 1193 Collier Road, Atlanta, Georgia. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Make sure you mention SRT or Sports Roundtable. Go ahead and get you that discount, 10%. Any meal, $25 more.
The voodoo that you do.
All right, Des says, think about it though. Those losses wouldn't be on their schedule if they were not in the SEC.
They lost somebody else. Cowards.
Listen, That's the reason why when HO asked if they was in the Big 12, would this be a conversation? The answer would be no, it wouldn't be a conversation because a loss to Florida would have been a loss to Baylor in the Big 12.
I can see
and
that.
They had to go overtime with Kentucky. Come on, man. Stop talking about Texas. Move on. They had to go overtime with Kentucky. Bye.
Coach ain't feeling Texas is.
Next year, you'll still have Arch Manning. He ain't going to the pros. Y'all can blow kisses at him next year while he act like he tough against Sam Houston. Bye. No.
Coach, you getting to him like that, Coach?
Oh, no, Texas ain't going nowhere. They know they done stop chirping after a while because they know they ain't got a chance. Nobody putting them ahead of Miami, Notre Dame, Vanderbilt, anybody. Yeah. No.
Cuz, Z, guess what Missouri did their first 2 years in the SEC? They won the East. Texas and Oklahoma came into the SEC. They haven't won squat. Missouri's first 2 years, they won the East, and they were in the South. They were in the conference championship down here in Atlanta. Their first 2 years.
There you go. Talk your talk.
I mean, so even I get people want to say yeah, Oklahoma is there, but Oklahoma and Texas ain't been to an SEC championship game yet.
No. They came to the SEC and got a wake-up call, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they regret going to the SEC. I
know Texas should. Texas should have took the stance that Notre Dame said. We got our own money. They should have been like Coming to America, King Joffy. I got my own money. I don't need to be bothered with neither one of y'all. And I know as much as people dislike Notre Dame, I'm one of them. I gotta give Notre Dame credit. Notre Dame, we got our own money. We did our side deal with NBC. NBC's paying me. I don't need to join a conference.
Yeah. So, real quick question. Somebody asked me today, why did Notre Dame jump Miami in the polls and Miami beat them? And I said, Notre Dame got that Catholic money. Miami got that. Miami got that Rick Ross money. It is not long enough.
Yeah. I will say this too though about just from a long lens out on why Notre Dame is above Miami. And I get it when the head to head you should say Miami should be ahead of Notre Dame. But this is just like how it was in the BCS days. It's not who you lose to, it's when you lose. That game was week 1 or week 2. Notre Dame's on a 10-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Their second loss was to Texas A&M, who just lost, who was 11-1, who just lost to their rival. You look at Miami has lost twice in the last 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Both of those losses have been to unranked teams.
One of those teams?
Man, Miami lost to Louisville and SMU. Neither one of them ranked.
Yeah, neither
y'all
one.
Have a nice day, too. Y'all get out of here, too. Notre Dame made the national championship last year. They deserve to come back.
Oh, Coach, let me say this, and I know Coach want to make this point. Do you want to see a guy named Love, or do you want to see a guy named Beck?
Man, please. Carson Beck gonna throw 12 interceptions. So bye.
That was gonna be my next point to that too, Coach and HO. If this is why what they did to Florida State was so bad, because now you're seeing the residue of it, right? We know the weak link in Miami is Carson Beck, because he threw 4 interceptions to Louisville. another handful to SMU. What do you think he's gonna do playing against top-notch competition in the playoffs? So this also plays out with these committees, because these committees have already said, you know what, we're gonna kind of tell y'all what the future is going to happen. We're gonna kind of give y'all, we're gonna put the game into simulation and tell you what's going to happen. And so, what's a better game? Is a better game with Miami and Carson Beck, or to your point, is a better game with Notre Dame and their quarterback? The answer is
it's the running back.
It's just like Showtime at the Apollo. People rather see Jeremiah Love, who going to the Heisman Trophy celebration, than Carson Beck, who will get booed before he can come on the stage at the Apollo. Bye. I mean, it's real. I mean, they want to see Love. They don't want to see Carson Beck.
Exactly. Hey, so you want to answer that question by Cuz about why did they come to the SEC, or you want me to answer?
Money.
Yeah. Where else you go get a big bag from? What other conference?
Yeah. They seen everything kind of shaking out.
What other conference you go get a big bag, and where you go get most of your players drafted in the NFL?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. SEC. That's the reason, that's the reason why I said Texas could have went the route of Notre Dame, because they got the money, they got the boosters, they got the oil money, they got the infrastructure that they could have stood alone on them by themselves. But again, the SEC cut them a check to say, come on. They cut them a check.
And I think they did that to get to the competition and to get more players in the NFL, to be honest with you. The money was kind of secondary.
I think it was competition too.
And you gotta offset what the Big Ten was trying to what the Big Ten did was try to catch up to the SEC when all the conferences started coming together. It forced the Big Ten's hand to kind of say, you know what, let's go ahead and absolve all of the Pac-12, because we got to somehow compete with them country boys below the Mississippi line.
Yeah, it's definitely that, and they needed to get more of their players in the pros so they can recruit better. Because you got to think about it. When they put out a list of players drafted by conference, who do you mostly see at the top of the list?
SEC. Shoot, you got a team in Philadelphia. They got
13 players from the SEC.
Their whole defense is SEC. It should be named Philadelphia SEC.
Yeah. Yeah, they got 7 players from Alabama and 6 players from Georgia. So they SEC down over there in Philadelphia for sure. But I think Texas is let's get to this playoffs, the top. Ohio State, Indiana, Georgia, Texas Tech now jumps into the top 4 with Oregon 5, Ole Miss 6, Texas A&M just dropped down to 7, Oklahoma 8th, Bama 9th, Notre Dame 10th, BYU 11th, and Miami 12th. Anybody see an issue with that thus far? Other than Notre Dame being ahead of Miami and they lost to Miami. But we know why.
If I'm gonna nitpick with this list, I probably would nitpick for Texas Tech to be higher than Oregon.
You think Oregon should be in the top 4?
I don't know. I think Texas. Oh well, because the list you have has Texas Tech as 4.
Texas Tech,
Oregon,
yeah, it's in the 4.
Okay. So
Texas Tech is 4, Oregon is 5.
Okay, so the list, what I'm looking at has it reversed. So no, I agree with your list. I agree with Texas Tech being 4, Oregon.
Yeah,
being
one is the college football ranking, one, and the other one is the AP ranking. You might be looking at the AP ranking.
I'm looking at the
playoff
AP.
ranking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The AP is not the playoff ranking.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, and then obviously, a lot of this will play out in the conference championship game. So,
Now it's gonna be 2 conference championship winners that's going to jump into that playoff. So you can look for James Madison, Tulane, somebody like that to jump in. So probably BYU and Miami may be out. But if BYU beat Texas Tech in the championship game, then I think they move up and they stay in.
so yeah, so if BYU beats Texas Tech, both those 2 teams are staying in because that's a wash, right? They're that'll be a wash. Obviously, Indiana, Ohio State, no matter who wins or loses, they'll be in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
I guess
Miami is the only ACC team that can actually have a chance to get in. Even if Duke or Virginia win the ACC championship game, I don't think neither one.
I think Virginia gets in if they win.
You think so, Coach?
Yeah,
Yes,
when
sir.
Virginia
10-2,
wins,
11-2.
yeah, Virginia gets
okay.
in. If Virginia wins, Virginia gets in. Coach is right because then Virginia will automatically be a top 12 team with the win. They'll jump to 12.
They'll be 11-2. Okay.
Now, the worst case scenario would be if Duke wins, then nobody in the ACC gets in, and then you'll have one of those Tulane, James Madison schools take their spot because they'll be a higher. They would be a higher rank with a conference championship.
Now, even if Virginia win, they have to be ranked higher than those 2 teams that you're talking about as well.
Yeah, but I think at Virginia sitting at, I'm still on the AP poll. Virginia's at 16. They win. They go 11-2. They jump in 4 spots to 12.
In the playoff poll, they 17.
Well, they'll jump 5 spots to 12. Miami will be the
so
one on the outside looking
James
in.
Madison is 25 and Tulane is 20. So if both of them win,
if Virginia win, Virginia's in, and James Madison them are not gonna be able to jump over a Power 5 team at 11-2.
I can see that.
It'll have to be for all that, and I'm here for all the chaos now, but it would have to be Duke winning the ACC championship game for all that chaos. Actually, Duke needs to win. Georgia needs to win because then you got to start having that question about Alabama. Are they deserving to be a 3-loss team in the playoffs?
If Alabama loses, are they out with 3 losses? Because now you're talking about 3-loss Alabama versus a 3-loss Texas, but ACC for both teams. And I think you just said is when you lose, they lost to Florida State earlier and lost to Oklahoma, who's in the playoffs later on.
Yeah.
And then they would have lost to Georgia, which Oklahoma and Georgia would be SEC losses. Florida State would be an ACC loss, which is a bad loss.
Yep.
But this is the problem with that. Florida State, who beat Alabama, got blew out by Florida, who's not even good.
That makes that Florida State loss look even worse because Florida State hasn't held up.
That's my point. So if you had to rank the Alabama versus Texas argument, then unfortunately Texas wins that argument, in my opinion.
I'm with Coach. I'm with Coach. They both got 3 losses. Neither one of them should be in.
Texas got blasted by Georgia, and Alabama beat Georgia. Simple.
Okay.
Put that. Why you want Texas in there so bad, H.O.?
I don't want Texas in there. I'm just telling you. I just want
I'm sensing something with you real quick.
No, it's not. It's not that I want. It's not that I want Texas. I ain't got no rhyme or reason to want nobody in Texas to be in there. Because I have no dog in the fight, period. But I'm just telling you how these folks in these rooms think.
Here's what I would.
Backdoor deals, you got all kind of stuff.
Here's what I would say to make this right. Go ahead, Coach.
Hey, so I'm sensing some fruit cup activity floating around here and there.
As far as what?
He talking about me. I guess he talking about me.
Yeah. So, hey, Coach, me and you gonna be a united front today. So, listen, if the chaos goes the way I want the chaos to go down. If Georgia beats Alabama
for the first time in a long time,
and Duke beats Virginia, then
hold on, and BYU beat Texas Tech.
No. Yeah. Well, no, I'm not even going to include BYU and Tech in this scenario. Okay. I believe if BYU loses to Tech again, their 2 losses should have them in. My thing is the team that we're overlooking right now, the 2 teams that would then, to me, would be in with no problem would then be Miami and Vanderbilt. If Georgia beats Alabama and Duke beats Virginia, then there should be no problem for Vanderbilt to just naturally move up because they're at 13 now, 10-2.
They are.
They're an SEC team. They actually check off all the boxes that the committee would like.
And they have a quarterback that could possibly go to New York.
Correct. That's what I'm about to get to. So, I feel the committee is kind of hoping for some chaos too, because then that gets them out of having to make some of these hard decisions.
Vanderbilt lost to Alabama and Texas.
Okay, yeah, they got 1 less loss than Alabama and Texas.
I said you bumping for
it's enough SEC teams in there. They don't need any more. They good. I'm trying to put every SEC team in there. They got enough. Goodness, they ain't doing that much. Ain't none of them gonna win the championship anyway.
All right, fellas, let's jump to our next thing. The coaching carousel in college football. Lane Kiffin goes to LSU. Surprise, not surprise.
Not surprised.
Then we all say that he was going to be gone.
I mean, when he could listen, I'm not married, but I know if somebody asks me if I'm seeing somebody and I hesitate, that means I ain't seen them. You know what I mean? When they asked him if he gonna stay at Mississippi, and he like, "I get back with you in a week." That means he wasn't going to stay.
Yeah. Asa, somewhere down in I don't know what to call them, a War Eagle or Tiger Country, they got a new coach as well.
Yeah.
Rumor has it that the Summerall kid that y'all wanted really, really bad, but he decided to go to Florida. You okay with your pick at Auburn? He hesitated.
I know, right? Listen, his
number one like job. Just say it.
Exactly. You gotta hesitate. That means
that means
if you hesitate, that means you ain't with it.
That you know he might not be the one. He might not be the one. His job though is to get that offense together. The offense. I mean, that game against Alabama showed me a little something. Showed me there's a potential. The sad part about it is I don't think the defense is going to be as good next year as it was this year. And so, I mean, listen, that roster, if most of those guys wind up staying, that is a bowl eligible roster. So the floor is 7 wins. The ceiling is, 9 wins. So that's just what that's what it is. They had 3 games this year. They probably should have won. So we'll see. We will see.
Let me catch everybody up. Let me catch everybody up with this to make sure everybody we on the same page. James Madison, head coach, is out and he's hired by UCLA. So he's going to UCLA. Coastal Carolina coach, Tim Black, fired, gone. Tulane, John Summerall, out, going to Florida. Memphis coach, Ryan Silverfield, hired by Arkansas. Jim Mora Jr., hired by Colorado State. What a name. Justin Wilcox, California, fired, not have a job. James Franklin, fired. They don't have a job. Trent Bray, fired. Oregon State.
You talking about Franklin from Penn State,
right?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah. He's in Virginia Tech.
He of Virginia Tech, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean Penn State don't have a coach is what I mean.
Correct.
Trent Bray, Oregon State, fired. Oregon State don't have a coach. Trent Dilford, out at UAB. UAB do not have a coach. The Philly in South Florida, Brian Hartline, hired from Ohio State. He's the offensive coordinator. North Texas hired Neil Brown. Will Stein got hired from Oregon. He was the offensive coordinator at Oregon. And Mark Stoops is out. Michigan State hired Pat Fitzgerald. How about that? He stays in conference. UCLA, I've already told you, they hired the James Madison coach. Pete Golden promoted defensive coordinator, Ole Miss. Kiffin is out. Lane Kiffin. LSU from Florida. From Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah.
Florida, John Summerall, hired from Tulane. Alex Goulash. Did I say that right?
I believe so.
All right. Hired from South Florida. And I think South Florida just got a coach today too from I just heard South Florida just filled their spot. I can't remember who now. But yeah. But those are the coaching hires and the coaching carousel of college football today. I just wanted to get your take on who surprised you and who's going to do a good job.
Well, I'm not surprised with the James Madisons of the world. You know, those guys always wind up. You have a good season, a good 2 season at a lower tier program, you're going to get scooped up by the big boys. So I'm not surprised with those guys moving on. I'm a little surprised with Michigan State being able to get a guy from Northwestern. I mean, that's good for Michigan State. He can stay in that general location area and be able to continue to recruit. I didn't say this early on when it happened. I was kind of surprised Franklin took the VTech job so soon. I thought he might have waited out and would have been able to maybe be able to get something better. I won't say better, but something more high profile. But at the same time, is VTech, if he does at VTech what he had been doing at Penn State, going 9-3, couple of years 10-2, he just would need to beat Virginia in the Commonwealth Bowl every other year. That's what he couldn't do at Penn State, was either beat Michigan or Ohio State. But he should be able to, handle some of those ACC teams a little bit better. I mean, people forgot he kind of put Vanderbilt on the map for the time that he was there. So that's why I'm surprised he didn't hold out a little bit longer. And I guess we're gonna get to Lane Kiffin.
We can talk about him now.
It's twofold. Like, he is gonna be scary down there in LSU because he is an offensive minded guy, but he's just a jerk. That's the reason why I was clapping my hands when you said, "Oh boy, from UAB got let go." Like I just don't have the aptitude for individuals once you know
don't like Trent Dilfer.
Nah, Dilfer was, he too much dip on his chip. Now, granted, he a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I'm not saying obviously he got the rings or whatever, but me, you, your grandmama, everybody and their grandmama know who them rings belong to. You know what I mean? He was the epitome of being along for the ride. Them years in Baltimore, but and not even saying that Dilfer's just not a likable guy. Same thing with Lane Kiffin. He's just not a likable guy, and it seems like everywhere he go, things get burnt down. I'm just how many lives a cat got, coach? 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He on like life 7, ain't he?
Yeah, then when Lane Kiffin a part of the go ahead.
Who did James Madison coach? Where did he go?
UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA.
Okay, I hate to sidetrack, but why would you go to UCLA? Because it's a bigger school. You ain't gonna win nothing. You could have stayed at James Madison and continue to be a winning program and having success. You go to the Big Ten and UCLA, you ain't gonna finish higher than 27. I ain't always greener. These guys tell me I'm going to a bigger school, thinking I'm a win. No, you're not.
He won that bag, coach. He won the check. He got a 3-year or 5-year deal.
Yeah, but that's what I said.
A lot of these coaches they take the opportunity to fill a resume up. And once their resume get to a point, then they can jump on the bigger, they can jump on the big scale.
Yeah. I guess if there's you right, that check. You right, because you ain't gonna see UCLA in no race. Yes, sir.
James Madison this year is what, 11-1, right?
Yes, sir.
We would be talking a whole lot more about UCLA if they were 9-3.
They ain't gonna ever be 9-3.
I mean, I think. Listen, let's just see. Let's just see. All I'm saying is, I hear what you're saying as far as you're not gonna. To HO's point too, he's not necessarily going over there because he think he can win a national championship. But I can go over there, and if I implement what I did at James Madison at 11-1 or 11-0, whatever they are, and I can get UCLA back to 8-4, 9-3. I have done a great job. And listen, let's not. He might wind up like the coach at Indiana. That coach is about to wind up probably in the NFL after this year or definitely next year. And he was at James Madison and went to Indiana and took Indiana from the last 2 years. He is 22-0 in regular season.
He cooking for sure. Now the question is this: which coaching hire you think will have the most success?
I'm gonna stay right there in UCLA. I think it's still a fertile ground out there in California. With the right game plan and mindset that you can tap into some of that's out there. So I think UCLA probably has the biggest upside. And like I was saying before,
it's time for E-Dub to come on. Hold on, let me check.
He can go from whatever they were this year, 5-7. If he takes them to 8-4, 9-3, he's gonna be the next hottest thing on the block.
Yeah, I can agree. Coach, who you got? What's your thoughts on that?
Lane Kiffin.
Okay. 10 win, 11 win, they been in the playoff from here on out for sure. Cuz say whoever
Lane,
takes over the
Much.
Penn State job.
again, I think the problem with Penn State is Penn State. You got too many people. You got to fight off for the top talent. You got Ohio, in that area, Ohio State, Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
Down in. That's why I was saying I feel like the UCLA job is a much more fertile ground. I know Coach got his team out there and with USC, but I just feel like it's a more fertile ground to get guys. You're only really fighting against one school, maybe two. You're fighting against USC and you're fighting against Oregon. Whereas that Penn State job, man, I'm fighting against Ohio State. I'm fighting against Michigan
Yeah.
State. I got to
Oh,
slide down a little bit. I'm fighting against some of that Virginia. You know what I mean? Like
all right, we go
it's
we
a
go
lot,
we gonna
a lot
come
of
back to
fighting
that.
going on.
Let's go ahead and jump with E Dub. He's live from the Atlanta Hawks game. E Dub is in the building. What's going on, E Dub? What's happening? What's happening?
Hey man, first of all, man, my apologies for last weekend, man. My battery died on my phone. I was out of pocket, man. My apologies, but happy Wednesday to all of y'all.
Absolutely, man. And thank you for taking time to get with us as the Hawks are at home trying to do their thing. And I heard today, actually, Chris Paul lives in Atlanta. So is that a double whammy that we didn't pick him instead of Marvin Williams and he ended up moving to Atlanta anyway? How about that?
Yeah, man, that's crazy how things come full circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is super crazy. All right, Eda. First off, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. I hope everything was well. Were you a participant or were you a cook during the holidays?
Oh, so I'm the mac and cheese guy for my family. So that's the only thing I had to do. Went over some family's house. I just had to make the one dish. We had a wonderful time, man. So everything was all good.
Absolutely. The Hawks been on the road, man. They've been doing their thing, and me and the guys had been talking about this, and I guess they didn't push me too hard, but the listeners want to know: has Jalen Johnson ascended to be they can possibly be the number one guy in Atlanta now?
Absolutely, absolutely. Have you been seeing this boy? The boy is
Well,
bona
listen,
fide.
we've been watching it, but
Yeah,
listen, only
yeah.
you can come on and confirm, and then we gonna roll with it.
Listen, no disrespect to number 11, but this Jalen kid is bona fide, and the thing about it, he's got size. He's still coming into his own. If that three ball is falling, and the way he attacks the rim, and it's serious. It's serious, and so it's a beautiful thing, and I will say this: I think they both can coexist. So just because you have something now doesn't mean you have to get rid of the old dog. You know what I'm saying? I think they both can coexist. So it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out.
So
That was gonna be my question to you, E Dub. Does this make it easier for the front office not to have to pay Trey?
I don't know. I tell you what, man, the negotiation's gonna get a little tricky. But I mean, Trey, he's still, don't sleep on what the boy is. You know what I'm saying? The boy is still bona fide. He still has a certain level of skill that a lot of people don't have. And so there is part of that negotiation that is still, true. Like, but um, listen, you winning these ball games without him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But. I don't know what that number is looking like, but I'm hoping they're able to get something taken care of where they can meet in the middle. That would be the best for Atlanta if they can find a way to meet in the middle.
well, I tell you what, E-Dub, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it real. Even with Trey and without Trey, the Hawks have still been losing to teams that they should have beaten. And there are some games that even if Trey would have been there, I think they even would have won. Because they were young and they hadn't played on the stage like that. So I think it's fair to say that when Trey comes back, it is up to Quinn Snyder to figure out how to make this team without him coexist with him in the lineup, because it's easy to play against the Hawks when you don't have when you have Trey, because you know that he is the engine that stirs the pot. But when you don't have him, then what do? Do you have enough film on this team to say, well, let me see if I can stop Jalen Johnson? But once you do that, then you got Double O going off for a career high 30, and then you got Vic Cringy or whatever his name is. He's shooting threes and just letting loose. So it's a whole lot to this team when they can just move the ball and get shots that they know they can get because they moving the ball. Because it's easier to coach a team without a superstar. You can just ask Leonard Wilkins, because Leonard Wilkins don't like coaching superstar. But it's easier to coach the team when you can just say, just move the ball and let's get an open shot. And Jalen, whenever you get an opportunity, you can just kind of go off. And I think that's what he's been doing.
Yeah.
What we're looking like tonight right now?
It's still early. It's early, 8:14. So it's still early in the first quarter. But Kawhi is back. They talked to Coach Lou before the game just to give his thoughts on CP3, and he was very political. He was just like, I like CP3, but it just didn't work. It wasn't a good fit, and so it was that kind of coach speak. So it wasn't no bombshell or anything. And to be honest with you, I think this story is a little overblown. You know what I'm saying? Like CP3 hasn't been CP3 in a long time, and I'm sure he'll probably find somewhere to stick somewhere. But think about it. Like, when's the last time you seen CP3 play some valuable minutes in an NBA game? It's been a while. Father Time is undefeated, and it might be his time.
Well, that's the reason why he announced his retirement. He knew it was his time. So
he's trying to listen to somebody.
I mean, well, we mentioned it a couple of weeks ago when he announced it. Was like, okay, that he might give himself a chance to maybe, like you said, HO latch on to somebody. But if I'm the Clippers and I'm 5-16 and the season is about to be shot, and I got an owner who can't tell that he's being scammed, so the one bright thing is, let me ride out with this this farewell tour with a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm in total agreement. I'm in agreement. So, we'll see how it shakes out. Wish him the best. He's had a Hall of Fame career. And so, but it's hard for those superstars to stop, you know what I'm saying? And especially those point guards like him and like Rondo, when they want to go to another team, they kind of want to be the coach, you know what I'm saying? So they have like that coaching, and that didn't ride with T. Lue. So T. Lue's like, hey, I'm the coach, Mm-hmm. So, I think, and that's just kind of my perspective. I think that's kind of what happened. So,
Chris Paul looking for his next career. So he's trying to latch onto a team that he can be on the bench with. And don't be surprised if you go back to OKC, to be honest with you. I think SGA has a whole lot of favor for Chris Paul, so because he's the one that helped SGA in LA. So don't be surprised if he ends up in OKC just to
well, he'll get a ring. He'll do something that Karl Malone Malone couldn't do when they tagged along. He'll get a ring. He'll be part of a 70. He'll be part of a 70. 80 and 80 and 5. 80 not 80 and 2. But what I'm trying to say, a 70. What is it? 82 games. Those boys gonna win. Those boys gonna win 75. Whatever it is, they're gonna be chasing the record. So hopefully he goes there and gets. Hopefully that happens. He goes there and get a ring. It's not like Sam Presti and them don't have no picks. They can afford to lose. They got all of LA's picks for the next couple of years anyway.
For sure. For sure.
Hey, Doug, there's a question in the chat for you.
Is Trae Young's injury worse than they're letting on? No, they haven't, and I think that the Hawks have been very forthright with it. Now, this is just my. He has an MCL sprain, and if it is a grade 2, typical on a grade 2 sprain is 6 weeks. For grade 2 MCL sprain, it's typical of 6 weeks. He's been out 4 weeks, and they said after 4 weeks, we're going to reevaluate him. It's been 4 weeks over the past weekend. They came out, and guess what they said? They said we're going to reevaluate him in 2 weeks. So that's about kind of what it is. So I don't think anything's fishy there. In 2 weeks, he should be closer. He's moving. He's still shooting around a little bit. He's not moving too much, but he's shooting around. So he's right on pace for a typical grade 2 MCL sprain injury. So, yeah.
Okay. So this is the magic question for you. This is the one I've been wanting to ask you from all last week. The Hawks could possibly have a top 3 pick for next year because of the Pelicans. Now, if they end up in the top 3, if you've been looking at college basketball, you got 3 freshmen that's all been talked about. Out of those 3 freshmen, if they end up with a top 3 pick, who would you draft?
Man, that's a win-win-win.
Win, right?
All 3 of them are bona fide. I really like the Boozer kid out of Duke. I really like him. I know you already kind of have some bigs, but I really like the Boozer kid. I like all 3 of the kids, man. Like they're really good, and right now they're just in a really great situation to have. You worry about all the specifics later. I'm of the belief that you always just get the best player available, and they'll do their due diligence, and I think they'll be fine wherever it shakes out. Even if it ends up just being a top 5 pick, like they'll be fine. They'll be fine. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Do you see any weaknesses in the Hawks playing without Trey right now, other than they still giving up a lot of points?
Yeah, it's crazy because even without Trey, the Hawks are still number 1 in the league in assists, right? And so that is kind of a wild situation because Quinn has pivoted to a very ball movement type of offense. He's moved away from the pick and roll because Trey is, king of the pick and roll. And so now he's gone to a more ball movement type of offense. The Hawks' greatest deficit is their rebounding, and Trey ain't got nothing to do with that. Like they don't rebound well. Like they're like at the bottom of the league with rebounding.
They're light in the tail.
Yeah, they light, they thin. They got some dogs. I would say they got some dogs, but they're light. They light. They get pushed around a little bit. So against Detroit, where they just got hammered, you ain't gonna box out Duran. Like, he's a big boy. And I said at the beginning of the season, Hawks are gonna have trouble with these physical teams. But like their biggest Achilles heel right now is just rebounding the ball. You do miss Trey from a offensive standpoint of just being consistent and being able to get into your sets. You miss that. You miss that creation and what he's able to do. But their biggest issue right now is rebounding.
Got to ask you about the Alexander kid from Minnesota.
Nikhil,
yes. Has he been more of a surprise, or has Double O been more of a surprise?
Oh, definitely Alexander Walker. Like, he's been the best free agent across any league, across any team in the league. Like, there's not a free agent that has changed places that has been better than him. He has been amazing, and I think he's been better than the Hawks thought he was going to be. Just what he's been able to bring to the table, just defensively and offensively. He's been a joy to watch, man.
Yeah. Coach, you got anything for E-Dub while we on, Coach? While you sitting up there watching?
Look here, your double rascal microphone. The Hawks, can they actually make it in the top 3 this year in the finals? I mean, in the playoffs. Can they? I mean, realistically, if even without Trey, seriously.
You're asking, can they be in the top 3?
Yeah, without Trey.
Well, see, that's a tough one to call because Trey's coming back. But I mean, I do feel that number one, I feel the East is wide open. Number two, I feel like they're playing a really good brand of basketball right now. And I think that if Trae Young comes back, he can only help that. I think Quinn is going to be the one to have to kind of get the synergy together. Beginning of the season, I had this as a top 4 team in the East. If everything goes bad, maybe a top 5. But I think 3 is a possibility because who in the East are you scared of? I mean, nobody's, Detroit is decent, but there's nobody in the East that you'd be scared of. That the Hawks, you'd be like, oh, Hawks can't be with them. Like, nah. Like the power's out in the West.
So the back coach up. My question is, I'm with you on that, E-Dub. I had this, I think H.O. can say I was the one that had the most confidence after you brought me back onto the boat because I was ready to jump last year.
Yes,
and then when you brought me back onto the boat, then they had the wonderful, wonderful trade, and then got New Orleans to take a bite and got their pick and whatnot. So my question, I got 2 questions really. So the floor for Atlanta for me is they have to be a 6 seed or higher, and I'm looking back at what Quinn did, what he did with Utah in a more advantageous West. His years there, he had I think his best year he had them at a 3 or 4, and at worst in that little span he might have had them at 6. You know what I mean? But he always had them as a playoff team, even in that more competitive West. He had those teams. But the one thing he did have in Utah that he doesn't have here is girth, size. So
Yeah.
is there a trade out? Is there a trade out there that bulk? Yeah, is there a trade out there that can be made this year to add some bulk to the lineup?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think so because I feel like if they were available from a free agency standpoint, they would be good. If you have to go make a move to get somebody, like what are you willing to give up? I'm not giving up that draft pick, So like, I don't know. You have the whole Porzingis thing. Like, can you find a sucker to take a burner on an expiring deal when he's been in and out of the lineup? I'm not sure. I'm not sure like who that guy is because if he is of value, then somebody has him and somebody wants to keep him. So maybe you find like a Zubats on the Clippers or like I don't know, but like I don't know to answer your question.
Okay, then my second thing is,
I think you did answer the question with a Zubac.
Zubats.
So I think,
maybe the Clippers. So my next thing was going to be, I know in the East you have some teams that really don't have any picks until 2027, 2028, 2029. And this one team in particular will be the Milwaukee Bucks. Do you package something together to get if the Hawks by All-Star are looking like maybe the ceiling is the 6? Do you package something together to go after Giannis?
I always say, my dad always taught me. He said everything is negotiable. Everything. And we know by the Luka Doncic trade, anything is possible. I would say it is possible. I wouldn't say it is likely, if that makes sense. It's possible. I wouldn't say it is likely because you really just have to run a balance of what are you willing to give up versus what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? And right now the Hawks are in a very advantageous situation. They're in an advantageous situation money-wise, draft pick-wise, cap-wise. Like they're in a great situation. And Jalen Johnson is on the uptick, and that's something you might just want to ride. You know what I'm saying? But again, like if the right deal comes along, and you can get, the number 34, everything's negotiable.
Well, I want a championship. I want a championship in Atlanta, and here's why I asked that question that way. Because granted, right now the East is wide open, but if you had to sit here and say, you know what? Are the Hawks better than the Pistons? No, we've seen that the last couple of weeks, the Pistons are better than the Hawks. As the year goes on, will the Hawks are the Hawks better than the Knicks? I don't think so. When it gets time to playoff time, I think the Knicks will be better than the Hawks. And so, I'm just this year right now, those are, and I'm like everybody else probably surprised that the Raptors are as good as they are this year. I don't think nobody had that on the bingo card. So I'm looking at a path to get to the to at least get to the NBA Finals. I'm trying to find a path because everything else is right. Boston's not going to do anything with Tatum gone. Obviously, Halliburton was much more. Well, what Indiana did to their lineup is almost criminal. Halliburton got hurt, but they traded off all their size. Let their size walk out the door after this past year, making the finals. So it's like, all right, how can the Hawks? I know you got to ride some things out, but I don't want to be riding things out, and all we wind up being is a second round team, and that's it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because I think what you're saying is you kind of feel like this team is at an inflection point. And if there's something you can make a move to shorten that trajectory, then you want to make that move, right? Like, I like Kawhi going to Toronto. Like, if that is a space that you can do, you pull that trigger, and you may roll a 7, you may crap out, but at least you roll the dice on it. So I understand totally what you're saying.
Well, let me ask you this, E-Dub. By looking like Quinn has finally put Jalen Johnson in a point forward situation at times, showing off his versatility, has he actually outplayed his contract that he actually signed last year?
Oh yeah, man, he been outpaid that thing, man. Like when he signed that thing, I was like, oh my God, listen, he did the city a favor, you know what I'm saying? Because think about what he's getting paid and his trajectory. You don't give contracts based on what he is. You give it based on what he's going to be. And man, he's been delivering, man. He's been delivering, to say the least. So
now,
if nothing else, keep him there.
How many people around the league are shocked that he's a playmaker as well as just a superior athlete?
Yeah, I don't think it's a shock no more. Like folks are game planning for him. Like he's the game plan now. So it's not a shock no more. It's like, okay, we're playing the Hawks tonight. It's not an easy run over. We're not gonna hit the Magic City. We got to figure out what we're gonna do against number one. Like that's what they're doing now. And so
Yeah. So go ahead, Coach.
Hold up. Let's just skip all this other stuff. All the Hawks finishing here and who they gonna get, who's the best player. Let's get down to the real of what this conversation should be about. E-Dub, tickets. We've been dancing around it for a long time. We're waiting on the tickets to start flowing. There's just no way around it. We've been trying to hide it, but tickets. That's I'm gonna speak for everybody. They don't want to speak. I'm just serious.
Yeah, man. I'm just a humble man, just trying to make it work. You know what I'm saying? I see what I can do, man. I don't got much pull, man. I've been doing this for 12 years, but you would think I would have a little bit more connection. But I don't have the connection.
You're a hard-working man. You're a hard-working man.
I need to give some more foot rubs.
Well, I got an easier question. I got an easier question for you, E-Dub. Oklahoma City going 74, and what is it? 74. I can't even count.
8.
Yeah.
Man, listen, it feels like the only time they're gonna lose is when they just don't feel like playing. Like they that team right now. You know what I'm saying? And and I love like everything they stand for and how they play. Like Shea kind of bothers me a little bit with all that falling down he does. Like that kind of bothers me. But overall, I like the kid. He's a good kid. He can play ball. Like they play a togetherness that everyone is trying to catch up to. So, like in the words of the great philosopher, Ric Flair, in order to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Well, I'm on you kind of danced around the question, so I'm going to put myself out there. I think they get to 74. I think because they still haven't, they are one loss in the book right there.
Yeah, they can win 70. I put them at 70. They can win 70.
Oh, 70 that they won 68 last year. So the 78 and 70 is nothing. You know what I mean? I think people didn't realize they won 68 last year. So two more is that. Can they get 6 more in the chamber to get the 74?
That's tough. Like I'm not a gambler. I'm always gonna take the easy road. I'm always gonna bet the under. Like I went to Vegas this year, only gambled like $50. Like as soon as $50 was gone, that was it. Like I'm not a gambler, so I'm gonna go 70. If you want to go 74, it's all good.
I mean, and the only reason, the reason why I say it that way because when the Warriors broke it, they started off 17-0, 18-0. The season that they went 73-9. Well, these jokers are now 21-1.
Yeah, it's serious. So they're gonna keep on winning.
And they're not fully healthy.
You're right. They're gonna lose when they feel like losing.
Yeah. Hey, E-Dub, I know you got the role, but I got to ask you this question about the Hawks bench. The Hawks bench, do you think are they one of the top threes in the league? The Hawks bench.
They're hot and cold. Vic Krejci has been shooting the ball at an unbelievable level. You can ask a question about how sustainable that is, but you're not going to worry about it because he's been on a burner. Like when he's on a burner, he's on a burner. Onyeka Okongwu is an NBA starter who just happens to come off the bench, right? And so, he's going to give you valuable minutes. And the other guys are very good complementary players, provided they're in the right situation. Kennard can shoot, although he's not been shooting as well. You just have quality depth, and that's a credit to Anzi building this team to withstand injuries for once. You know what I'm saying? So you have quality depth. Your point guard went down, and you haven't missed a beat. And so, you got to credit those guys on the bench, man. They're doing a great job.
If the Hawks finish top 4 in the East, does Anzi get Executive of the Year?
He should get it now for just bringing in Alexander Walker. The Porzingis thing is still kind of a work in progress, but, Kennard wasn't a bad pickup. And so all those things come out on the wash, right? They come out at the end of the season when the wins and losses are totaled, and then that's when they want to get the award. So if they keep on winning, he's got a chance.
All right, man, I'm going to let you get back to the game, but I got a question of the day for you. We're doing a college basketball edition.
Gotcha.
I got to ask you, I'm just going to give you the point guards for now. I want you to rank these point guards only for college purposes. Don't worry about the pro stats, just college. Who would you take in order, 1, 2, or 3? Chris Jackson, Kenny Anderson, or Jason Kidd?
Chris Jackson, number 1. Jason Kidd, number 2. Kenny Anderson, number 3.
Okay. Cool. Good
and
deal,
if you ask me that tomorrow, I may say Kidd, number 1. Jackson, number 2. And Kenny Anderson, number 3.
There you go. Understood. Understood, man. Hey, man, I so appreciate you taking the time to stop by. Look like the Hawks are down 32-27. And let's get a victory tonight, man. Before you leave, let everybody know where they can get that podcast.
Hey, man, at Hawks Beat on all social platforms. Subscribe to the podcast. We do pods after every single game. We'll do a pod late tonight after tonight's Clippers game. We do a kind of a 10-game breakdown every 10 games. So, check me out.
There you go, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Get on back to the game, man. We'll talk soon.
Much love. Be good, fellas.
All right, good.
Dad said the same order for him. But we go get down to that. But I just wanted to get his take. But I got shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and the whole shebang. So we're gonna get to that. But right now we got to get to this baller buses and bus stop. Baller buses and bus stop. Yes, sir. Here we go. All right, go ahead and put your ballers and buses in the chat so we can go ahead and read them all. But we're going to do ballers and buses and bus stop right now. Baller of the week. No other than Jalen Johnson, Atlanta Hawks, multi-forward. Yes, Jalen Johnson. Well, and I got another one as well. Jimmy Sexton, all-star agent for Lane Kiffin, Nick Saban, and all the SEC coaches who's getting their big money. So Jimmy Sexton is running the college football world when it comes to coaches and money. So Jimmy Sexton, you get a ball as well because you have disrupted this. You have disrupted college football when it comes to this money. He got the coach of Indiana, $88 million. He got Lane Kiffin, $90 million, $91 million. And Nick Saban is still getting $500,000 from Alabama. So, I mean, go figure. Jimmy Sexton, the man of the hour. So
I do that at about commission is about somewhere between 3% and 7%, or you might say 6 to 10%. So let's just cut the baby in half and say 5.
Yeah.
Say 5%.
Man, he's getting it in.
He getting it
in. He negotiated over $3 billion in salary just from coaches alone.
And like I said, so do 5% of that.
Yeah, so he doing his thing. So yeah, can't do nothing but give it up for Jimmy Sexton. All right, Coach, what you got? Well, give me your ball.
Asa, you kind of a evil kind of person cutting a baby in half. I don't understand that. You kind of evil tendencies. Maybe we cut
King David proposed that, and the person that didn't cut him got to keep the child because they so that they were going to be more faithful to him. So let's see who cuts the baby in half in negotiation. Let's see who's willing to go that route. That's how it works out in this world. Don't blame me.
I unshank you. You unshank.
Hey, Coach, he's not getting them guys that kind of money by being nice.
Yeah. The baller, I got 2 ballers, and it come from last night. North Carolina and Drew. Both of
Say it
them
again.
had North Carolina and Drew. Both of them had some great games last night, and they showed why they are 2 of the best teams in college basketball right now by winning those games last night. So I give my ball awards to North Carolina and Drew. Yeah, those 2 teams.
I heard the North Carolina part. I didn't hear the other thing you said.
Duke.
There you go.
Yeah, dog it. Duke.
He had daycare, so if you say it too loud, he might start running up the steps.
That's okay. Those two games last night, they trying to bring back college basketball.
Yeah, the ACC SEC challenge is for sure. And I was telling somebody the reason why they had the big boys playing because they are trying to create some type of buzz in college basketball. Not sure if Hancock watched it, but they're trying to bring it back.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, Ace, what you got for your baller?
I'm in the car with you. I'm in the car with you.
Jalen or Jimmy?
Both of them. Listen. I'm probably more with the
Jimmy Sexton.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He making it happen, man.
Like you said, he done got a $1 billion in contracts.
$3 billion.
And we keep on talking about clutch sports in them. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. This man is running college football. Do you hear what I say?
And when we get to the busters, I'm gonna tie into what you just said about Sexton. I gotta tie in to keep this thing keeping going on the same railroad track.
Okay, dope. All right, well, here we go with the buster. Lane Kiffin, ain't nowhere in the world you don't know what your contract is. You can keep that line. Ain't nowhere in the world you can tell me that you don't know what number is being negotiated for you. Don't tell me you just tell Jimmy just to make the deal happen and don't tell you the number. Ain't no way he's saying that. So you can tell that lie to somebody else. And you married to a nice little dime piece too. And I know she ain't having it. If you don't know the number, I can guarantee you she
know what it is. Somebody under that roof know what it is.
Somebody know what the number is. So Lane Kiffin, you've already been called a non-loyal guy, and you're known for not telling the truth. And by saying that you don't know what the number is, you don't even know what the contract looks like, verifies that, yeah, you continue to not tell the truth. So for that, sir, you are my buster for the week. Jimmy Sexton got you the contract, but you lying about you didn't know how much it was. So yeah, you my buster. You didn't even have to say anything.
Lane Kiffin, like Denzel said on training day, he's a disloyal fool. Yeah, all what Denzel said.
Mm-hmm. All that for sure.
Okay.
All right, I forgot the cuz said his baller Shakira, Richardson, Buster, College Football Committee, and he gave Lane Kiffin the boy stop. Why you get Lane Kiffin the boy stop? The reason why what I said? Mm-hmm. Oh, so you in the car with me?
He in the car. Okay. He in the car.
Yeah. All right, who's it on now?
Me? Hey, man.
Yeah, your buster.
Ben Roethlisberger. How you gonna try to tell your former coach he'd be a great coach at Penn State? You must be out of your mind. And look at going back and looking at it. Partly some of those games that he's struggling with, you were the quarterback out there throwing 3 interceptions against Cleveland in the playoffs. I mean, come on, man. You ain't blaming that on Tomlin. That's you. And you up there talking about, I just think it's time. I think Penn State. Then try to smooth it up, talking about, will he win some national championships? Yeah, he will. But, man, shut up. You should have given my boy stop too, but I got another one for boy stop. But you get my Buster Award for telling your coach he'd be a good coach at Penn State. Man, please. Matter of fact, H.O., that's gonna be my boy stop, and I'm gonna reverse it. I'm gonna do my Buster for another one. I'm gonna get my Buster. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna stay in Louisiana because y'all remember a couple of weeks ago when they fired Brian Kelly, didn't the governor say we were never going to sign another contract that Brian Kelly got with the $90 million and the $54 million buyout? Uh-oh. Tell me again what Lane Kiffin got.
91 million.
He got more than or if not more, just about the exact same as Brian Kelly. So you can't go on national TV, thump your chest, and tell people what's not going to happen as if we go forget. Well, at least I ain't forget. I heard what you said. I seen what you was talking all that noise. And guess what that guy just signed? A $90 million contract. Matter of fact, if he had been quiet, you never know. Maybe Sextons go easy on him and they get Lane for 80 or whatever it is. But since you went out there talking all that noise about what you ain't gonna do, that sounds like a challenge to me.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, here we go with the boy stop. My boy stop this week goes off, and I'm like, do I even have to mention it? But the boy stop for this week is no other than the Dirty Birds, who lost to a team who is trying to tank. How do you lose to a team that's trying to tank? You lose to the New York Jets, a team that's trying to tank, and after they figured after they figured that they can go ahead and win the game, they said we might as well just go and get this in the tank for the rest of the season. Now this is the caveat to this. I had been hollering and screaming the Falcons need to go ahead and get rid of their whole coaching staff. But now I'm gonna go ahead and reverse it. I don't want them to fire nobody right now. I want them to stay so they can sit in the crap that they have made for the whole season. Don't fire nobody. Just let them sit in the crap that they done made. And I hope it just stink up the room. So don't fire nobody. Just let Raheem, Terry, Zach, and all the rest of the. Now, how do you fire Ike Hilliard for performance? Based on performance, and your special team had been good all year, and Marquise Williams still has a job. Yeah. Maybe that sound more like a rant than a boy stop, but yeah, that's my boy stop for the week because that is absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna probably leave the door open for one of y'all to get in. All right, Coach, what you got?
And I'm reversing, man. Like I said, I'm reversing. My Buster Award goes to and I hate this because I didn't want to have to do it, but I'm gonna have to do it. Look here, Young Waku. man, come on. You golfing now? You're not playing football. You golfing now, making divots out there in the middle of the football field.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
With your kicking expertise,
they starting to they coach. They starting an international team. Justin Fields gonna be the quarterback. I already had him in Canada. He'll be there. He right there. He close enough. He can go right across the border. And then when they start this Asian team, they're gonna bring on young Ku can be the kicker. You know what I mean? So when the NFL get this international team together, they got 2 players already ready to go.
That was ridiculous. Yeah. That was terrible.
Yeah, something that I've never seen in all my football years.
It sounded like the beginning of the My Prerogative video. And this thing, I mean, he put the brakes on quick. I'm like, God, dog. Come on, young boy. Young Ku.
All right, Ace, what you got?
Man, I'm surprised y'all didn't get Jerry Jeudy on the list.
Oh Lord! Oh my God! Forgot about his crazy, but
yeah,
he's on the list. He's on the list. He, for a guy that's been dropping more passes, then he got the most drops in all of NFL. He sure got enough time to be trying to tell a quarterback what they should be doing. And then he spent this whole week after the internet. The internet don't never forget. After the internet done tore him up a new one all week. You even got old ladies out there talking about telling him to shut up. Now he's trying to backtrack or whatever. So he's my boy stop for the week.
I had an honorable mention. I'm trying to find it because I want to make sure I give it its proper due diligence.
I had one too, but it ain't related to football. But it's just an annoyance. But I ain't gonna out him this week. I may out him next week.
I'm on. I got. Yeah, I already listen. This first half of the week done gave us a whole bunch of stuff. So next week I got an organization and I got a player.
Well, this is a young lady. I think she's in Tampa. Got arrested for stealing somebody's paycheck by hacking the system, going in, changing her direct deposit. So yeah, that's pretty bad. So she get my boy stop of the week as well. Coach, there you go. What's up, Red? Mr. Rose in the house. What's up, Red? Yes, sir. All right. Well, we're gonna move on from our baller buses and bus stop. And we're gonna get to these questions of the day while we get to our NFL football. Does Kansas City and Baltimore make it into the playoffs? That's the question. Before we move to our question of the day.
You want to answer?
I know what Ace answer.
While you answer that, I gotta step away for a few minutes, and I'll be right back.
No problem. Take your time.
Let me.
All right, Asa. Kansas City, can they win out? Do you think they go win out? Does Baltimore win out to get into the playoffs?
I don't have Kansas City winning now. I think Baltimore is more likely that can win out, but Baltimore doesn't need to win out to even. They don't need to win out in order to win the AFC North. Kansas City needs to win out and still might not have a chance to make the playoffs just due to the tiebreakers. So
now, did you have Denver or the Chargers winning that division this year?
I had the Chargers winning the division this year, and I had
Kansas. Now Herbert broke his
hand.
Yeah. He was my other quarterback in the league, so now I gotta play Jordan Love, but it's all good.
But so I mean, I still would be wrong. My pick, I didn't have Kansas City winning the West, but I did have them being a wild card because I did not see Denver, being 10-2 and doing what they're doing. I knew they would be better, but I didn't see this. Baltimore makes the playoffs. Kansas City does not.
More surprising, Chicago Bears, Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos.
And it's because of their defense, correct? Vance Johnson.
I did not know Denver had a 85 version of the Bears or a 2000 version of the Ravens. I gotta respect it. I wasn't aware of their game. I knew they were good, but I didn't know they was this good.
Yeah, Dez, he got a fracture. But go ahead. Dez, he got a fracture.
Oh.
Yeah, his hand is fractured. So yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why they got him listed day to day. Maybe that's a trick, but he got a fracture.
I can't name their backup.
It was Eastern Stick, but he's in Atlanta now. It may be Nathan Peterman.
Yeah, he might be.
Could be Nathan Peterman, man, for sure. How did you enjoy the NFL on Thanksgiving? Detroit and Green Bay.
Listen, Green Bay. I think, man, all these teams now, when you have, what is it, 17 games, 18 games, but 17 games, you got about a 3-year window when you right there, and if you don't kick that door in, it's you kind of wind up on the other side, and you kind of seeing that with Buffalo, you're seeing that with Baltimore having multiple chances to and not make a Super Bowl. I think Detroit is in that same boat now. This will be their 3rd year with a team. If they don't, they don't make it, and it seems like they'll make the playoffs, but they probably won't make NFC Championship run. This is the second of the third. This will be the second of the third year with Green Bay on this run. I think Green Bay has a legit chance of making the Super Bowl, and that's what that showed me in that Detroit Green Bay game. And also, I think the brain drain is finally showing up with Ben Johnson leaving and the defensive coordinator going to the Jets. I think the brain drain is finally starting to show late in the season with Detroit. And you pulling for strings with Dan Campbell taking over play calls and all that kind of stuff. That seemed to be more of a desperate move to me than strategic. And then I was surprised that you're probably going to get to it. I was really surprised what Dallas did to KC.
Yeah, so Dallas could find their way back in the playoffs. They done beat Philadelphia and Kansas City back to back.
Yeah, I think they got one more. They got to win out. I think they got one more loss in them. I think everybody's probably pulling for Detroit. Detroit's playing so I think that game is this weekend, right? That game is tomorrow. Ain't Detroit Dallas tomorrow, or was that next Thursday?
I can look at the schedule real quick. Thursday night game. November the 4th, Dallas, Detroit. Yep.
So they play tomorrow. That's tomorrow. So listen, that's a playoff game. I think if Detroit loses that, we'll see where their season winds up. The last four, Dallas can't afford a loss because they're technically with that tie is a loss. So Dallas loses, then they're out the playoffs. So we getting a de facto wild card game tomorrow night.
Yeah, I can agree with that for sure. Mm-hmm. I like Coach trying to slide on back up in here. There we go. Now you're at the bottom. You good? What's happening?
There you go.
I'm back now.
All right. Dallas and Detroit plays tomorrow. Asa say it's a de facto wild card game. Your thoughts on the game tomorrow, Coach?
Could be. I mean, the winner is going to take some strides, but
Dallas can't afford to lose no more games because they already got a tie.
Yeah. If Dallas lose this game, Philadelphia start breathing pretty good because now they can try to pull away from them and get away from them. But if Dallas win, they keep that heat on Philly. And boy, what a storyline that's going to be if Dallas win what's the name? The NFC East. What a story. Jerry Jones probably will celebrate in the middle of the field.
I agree. All right, so Coach, more surprising, Chicago Bears or the Denver Broncos?
Easily Chicago. Ben Johnson said what he was going to do, and people like, yeah, right. Caleb is not that good, and Caleb is showing all he needed was somebody to guide him, and he's setting in records. And raise your hand if you thought Chicago was going to be the number one team in the NFC right now. No hands to go up.
No hands to go up.
It wouldn't happen.
No hands going up to have Denver being 10-2.
That's true too, but I just look at Chicago like, wow. Chicago, considering what they did last year, wow. That, coming where they, like song said, coming where they coming from.
Mm-hmm. All right, fella, let's go ahead and get to our question of the day because I know the people are waiting on this one because I asked somebody at work. He told me I can't answer that one. I'll have to get back with you tomorrow on that. Question of the day. I'm gonna go through the list. and we start with the point guards. Rank them in order on how you would choose them. And the point guards are Jason Kidd, Kenny Anderson, and Chris Jackson. And when you're only using college stats only using college stats, how would you?
Can I add an honorable mention in there?
Depending on who it is.
How you leave Penny Hardaway out?
Okay, well, you can add him.
As far
yeah, you can add him.
Because Chris Jackson was what? He didn't play. He only played 2 years. Anderson left early. I think Jason Kidd left early too, right?
Yeah. All of them played 1 year in college, or 1 or 2.
I'm just sitting here like, man, Penny Hardaway make this an even number.
All right, so give me your ranking. Go ahead. If you go add Penny, give me your ranking. So you ranking 4 of them.
Ooh. So I seen Kenny Anderson play. Remember, we had that conversation about some of the best college teams, basketball teams. So I got to see that. I got to see that Georgia Tech team play Lethal Weapon 3. Them boys play. So Kenny Anderson's gonna be my 1. Penny Hardaway is just my honorable mention. I'm not gonna rank them. So I'm gonna go with the 3 you said. Kenny Anderson's my 1. Jason Kidd's my 2. Chris Jackson's my 3. If I took my heart out, then Kidd would be 1. Kenny would be 2, and Jackson still would be 3.
Okay. Coach, what you got?
And that's still hard. That's
boy.
None of this is big gaps.
I'm gonna go Chris Jackson, Kenny Anderson, Jason Kidd.
Yeah, I'm going Chris. I'm going the same way you're going, Coach. Chris, Kenny, and then Jason. Yes, that's how I'm going as well.
I'm also trying to figure out how Chris and Shaq didn't make it to a Final Four.
Yeah.
Kenny and them boys made a Final Four. I think Jason Kidd made a I think Jason Kidd carried California to an Elite 8, right? Elite 8, maybe.
All right, here we go. Here we go with shooting guard. Rodney Monroe.
Yeah, go.
Trajan Langdon. Todd Day.
You gotta put hey coach, you gotta put that wrong color blue in there.
Whoa, watch out now.
I ain't heard. Ain't nobody said Trajan Langdon name in 25 years.
You must ain't been around me in a long time. Yeah, he has been. Yeah.
Who's that third person?
Todd Day, Arkansas.
Todd Day. Yeah. Rodney Monroe played at Syracuse, didn't he?
NC State.
NC State. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
He played with Chris Corciani.
Not Corciani. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Point
Fire
guard
and
extraordinaire.
Yeah, Fire and Ice with their nickname. And I add a 4th person, Randolph Childress.
Ooh,
yeah.
Wake Forest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with my boy.
Rank those shooting guards.
Randolph
I'm gonna go with my
Childress
boy because. Go ahead, Ace.
No, I was gonna say Randolph Childress was the equivalent of what Chris Jackson was in the 90s. That was Randolph was in the early 2000s.
I don't know if he had the handles that Chris had.
I'm still gonna go with my boy number 1. These are shooting guards. I'm gonna go with my boy number one. You know, I hate to say it, the Alaskan assassin Trajan Langdon, number one.
Right.
Then Todd Day, then Monroe.
Okay. I think Cuz said the same thing, but he just flipped Todd and Trajan.
I can't give Duke no number one spot. So
it's the person, not the team.
It don't matter. I gotta listen.
Listen, you cannot deny the fact that the man was a shooter.
Because you brought up Childress, I'm gonna slide Childress in there. I wasn't.
He was not in my original three, and Penny wasn't either.
Yeah,
I didn't.
You want to add and customize?
No, I didn't listen. I didn't give a ranking for Penny, so I won't give a ranking for Childress. You know what I mean? But oh man.
Now you can't deny Todd Day. Now Todd Day was a firehead.
Oh no, I wasn't. But I guess I'll go with Trey. I'll go with Trey one because he could fill it up.
Eddie Jones went to Temple.
Todd 2 and Monroe 3 because I'm not familiar with Monroe's game off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you can't be lying on that. All right, so I'm gonna get now the small forwards are going to be probably the toughest one we got to choose from. Dennis Scott, Carmelo Anthony, Grant Hill.
Nobody but Grant Hill, man.
Grant Hill, Melo, Dennis Scott.
That's a hard one. That is a hard one. But I got my 1, 2, 3 already though.
Okay, go ahead. Get it to me.
Carmelo 1.
Okay,
and that's not even. I mean, listen. If you watch that freshman year, which we all did, and how he carried Syracuse, but really you watch that it was a championship game. They played Kansas. The game before in the semifinals, I forgot who they played. Anyway, they beat Carmelo up. They beat the man up under the score table. They were fouling him at half court, had him up under the scores table. He still put 30 plus on him, and did the same thing to Kansas or whatever. So Carmelo won. Grant had help. I mean, Grant was a bad boy, but he still was playing with Leitner and all them guys or whatever. So Cherokee Parks and all them boys or whatever. So Grant 2, Dennis Scott 3. He was another one. He benefited from having Kenny and
yeah. I mean, when you have it, as long as you take advantage of it, then.
Oh no, yeah. I'm not taking it away, but I'm just saying that's how I'm cutting hairs. You know what I mean? That's how I'm cutting hairs.
Coach say Grant, Carmelo, then 3D. Coach, what you got?
I'm gonna go with Big Z. I'm gonna go with his
going Grant, Carmelo, and 3D. All right, we got it. All right, so we got to hurry up and get up out of here so we can get to these fun bags so we can roll out. I got to go get my bottle of water tonight. All right, so here's the 3/4 guys. I'm gonna give you four of these guys, but they kind of like a hybrid 3/4. So here we go. Hank Gathers, Len Bias, Larry Johnson, Derek Coleman.
No. Unfair.
Hank Gathers, Larry Johnson,
Len Bias, Derek Coleman.
Dang, DC.
Unfair. I don't even want to rank those. I really don't.
Yeah, that's a tough one now for sure.
And Len Bias. Woo.
Grandmama
Only college stats. Only college stats.
Yeah, grandmama Hank Gathers, Derek Coleman, Lynn buys his last because, well, no, you said college, got dog. Lynn buys, Hank Gathers, Larry Johnson, Derek Coleman. Oh, that I could flip that any kind of way. Yeah.
All right.
There ain't no wrong answer in this on that one,
But
Coach. There is
they
no
just
wrong
tossed
answer.
him up.
Yep. Thank you, Dez. Just throw it up in there. Whoever come out the winner. Good Lord.
Yeah. Where did I get to the center then?
I listen. I am going to rank them though. Listen, Coach. You
Go
know,
ahead.
can't be no wrong. I am going to rank them. And I want to answer it this way. Len Bias had the best. Hank Gathers, in my opinion, had the best all around game. Then, I'm gonna go Len Bias with the second best all around game too. Larry Johnson 3. The only reason why I got Derek Coleman at 4, he was more of a post player, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, but I think Hank probably could have played all 5 positions if you let him.
Yeah. Len Bias is the most devastating basketball player to never play pro basketball.
Yeah. I think Len Bias probably was the most athletic out of all of them. You know what I mean? The most athletic.
He was Michael Jordan, just 3 inches taller.
Yeah.
All right, real quick.
I go Hank 1, Bias 2.
All right, real quick, so we can get to the fun bag. Center: Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Christian Laettner, Shaquille O'Neal.
Patrick Ewing, David Robinson. Said Christian Laettner.
Ty.
And Shaq.
Ty.
Coach said Ty.
I ain't gonna try to. I don't know if I want to fight that battle.
Actually, though, Coach, this one's kind of easier on the because this is only the college days. Shaq wasn't Shaq until he got to the league, and he, it took him a couple of years, and but I had just asked the question. I don't know how in the world Chris and Shaq didn't make a Final Four run when they were down there at LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Because Shaq wasn't Shaq yet. I'm gonna go Patrick Ewing 1, Christian Laettner 2, David Robinson 3, Shaquille O'Neal 4.
Coach, you staying out of it, Coach?
I think that could be a good one. That's a good list.
Okay. Now, how the hell you gonna have Laettner ranked last, and he had the greatest college career?
See,
he went to the Final Four every year of his college career.
Was he the greatest college center of all time?
He had the greatest.
He had
the greatest accomplishments.
No, he didn't.
You could do it. You could do a lot, Coach, when they allow you to step on people's chest in the game.
Oh, that had to do one time. Calm down.
I got one. I ain't got but one that's gonna beat him.
But anyway, let's go ahead, Coach. Go ahead and let him know. Let's get to it.
Yeah, it's open season. Get ready. They were talking about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander got a bag. Well, H.O. been open up a bag for y'all. It's a fun bag. Wake up, everybody. Mm-hmm. There's no more sleeping in bed.
All right, here we go. I see them joining in. It's SRT fun bag time. And here we go. First question. As a kid, which more did you gravitate to? Riding the big wheel, riding a bike, or on the playground?
I'm with what them guys kids name that did what they I forgot their name at the playground.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you talking about the ABC kids?
Yeah, ABC. Yeah,
Yeah.
at the playground. A lot of stuff went on at the playground.
Oh, there go
wait,
Carletta.
who is that right there? It's
Yeah,
Carletta.
she was
Carletta's
waiting.
here.
She said, "Y'all hurry up with all that talk and let's get to it. Y'all hurry up with all that y'all sports talk and let's get to these fun bags." All right, second question. What does R&B stand for in the music industry?
Oh, shoot. Rhythm and blues.
I'm just testing y'all music education.
Okay, you have to go forward with it.
All right.
You gotta ask Cuz. He you know, it ain't rapping something. It's really
Carletta say, you know I'm always there. You're right, Carletta. You're always there. All right, so now if there was a opportunity for you to change, there was a rule that you must change your name to something else, what would you change your name to? You can keep the last name, just change the first name. We ain't gonna disrespect the family. What would you change?
I go. I'll be like, set it entertainer. I'll change it to Nathaniel. Nathaniel, come in the house, Nathaniel. Now I don't know. That's a tough one. Yeah.
I got an answer. I ain't changing it.
Jayla. Okay, go ahead now.
Jayla. All right, Jay. Jayla.
I would change mine to Roman.
Roman.
Yeah, because I'm stuck on the book of Romans in the Bible. Asa said he's not changing here. He just go break the law.
I mean, listen. If I was to change it, it had to be to another king's name because you know we're gonna talk about the good book. King Asa is in there, so King, you know. So if I had to change it, it had to be King David, King Solomon, King. You know what I mean? It have to be a king.
There you go.
We ain't gonna lessen the standards.
Okay, so nobody want to follow the rule tonight. Okay.
But Solomon Brown don't sound right. David Brown don't sound right though. You know what I mean?
David Brown sounds good. All right, your favorite movie of all time?
Ooh, Training Day. I watch Training Day 24/7, backwards and forwards, just to laugh at certain parts.
Oh man, that's a hard one, Ho. I watch movies all the time.
All right, well, which if you had to put a movie in to watch, which movie would you reach for first?
Oh yeah, what's name coming a close second? Training Day first, Harlem Nights number 2.
Man, I'm trying to get into my genres, yo. First thing that come to mind, 7.
Okay.
Not the weirdo.
All right, here we go. Mine. Can anybody guess mine?
I think you said it a couple of times. I can't
that's
remember.
why I say, yeah. Anybody want to guess mine?
Silence of the Lamb.
He's talking about the Wiz. Yes, sir. Dave got it. Yes, sir. You already know.
Oh, Rudy. Okay.
Not Rudy.
Yes, sir. Yeah. There you go, Coach.
Uh-oh. Not a piece of the action. That's back in the classics there.
I see.
Oh, whoa, yeah.
All right, next question. Who has the best fried chicken?
Mm.
It can be a person, it can be a restaurant, it can be somebody's house.
Publix.
It can be yours.
If I was out back in Louisiana, back in my old Shreveport days, Southern Classic.
Southern Classic. Okay.
Man, hey, dog, everybody wanted Southern Classic chicken. It didn't matter what occasion. Anytime it was a party, get Southern Classic chicken, and it's gonna be a good day. Cause they always made sure they put an extra piece in there for you. Just one piece now. It's gonna be a big one.
I do got it. So if you ever going down to Charleston, South Carolina, and you're taking 17, Highway 17,
Is it a dirt road, dirt road, or they got the gravel?
nah, it's paved. It's paved. You know what I mean?
Paved.
We got,
Okay.
you ain't even got to get off no road. You just take 17, Highway 17, going north into the city, coming from Savannah. It'll be on your right hand, on your left hand side is this store called Dodgers, like the baseball team Dodgers. They took over an old gas station, whatever, and it's like a what the Northerners call like a bodega. So you go in there and you can get your sandwiches or whatever, but they make the best chicken on the East Coast, in my opinion.
Okay.
You got the orange and gray title at the top.
Orange and red.
Yeah, we got a Dodge store in Mississippi, in my hometown. They got everything: potato wedges.
I was just about to say, Coach, I go in there and get a 2-piece. I get a 2-piece, whether it be chicken tenders, a 2-piece leg and a thigh, a 2-piece, whatever. And the one wedge they give you, they only give you one. All you need is one because it's really half the potato sliced and fried. My sister them laugh at me. I stopped there on the way to her house and I leave early on the way leaving out.
Dad said,
does it have the chicken on the stick?
Yep.
Okay, dope. All right, here we go.
That's it. That's the Dodge story. Oh yeah.
All right, you only can pick one. I'm gonna give you 3 options. Only pick one. Here's the money question for you.
Uh-oh.
Never pay a bill for the rest of your life. $3 million every 3 years, or $100K per month for the rest of your life. You can only pick one.
You said $3 million every 3 years?
Never pay another bill ever again. $3 million every 3 years. $100K per month for the rest of your life.
Give me the $100K. I can pay bills.
I thought you were gonna wait on Ace, Coach. So you already done jumped out there, huh?
I can pay bills. $100,000 a month, or I can pay bills.
Okay.
I can save money too.
There you go.
No, I'm with you, Coach. No, actually, Coach, I'm with you. That's $1.2 million a year. I could deal with $1.2 million a year. Why should I have to wait every 3?
That's true. That is true. You got it
right. You got it right, Coach. You got it right.
Coach got it right this time. $100K a month for the rest of your life.
Because you can then set it up where I already know what my tax is going to be, and I can put X amount of money into whatever fund, knowing how that's going to grow. You know what I mean? So I know 1.2 million is going to be XYZ in taxes. Yeah. After that first year, you set that account up, that residual. Shoot, the interest will pay. You won't even have to touch that $100K after a while.
Yep.
All right, keep one, bench one, cut one. Tonight is the Powerball. If you happen to have the winning ticket, what are you gonna do? You gonna leave a 2 weeks notice, walk away, just walk right away, keep working, or you gonna customize everything to the way you want it? Keep one, bitch one, cut one.
I gotta go play it.
Customize, keep working and walk away.
All right.
Walk away.
How you go customize? You go work. You go leave a week notice, or just give them a 1 day notice. How you go customize?
2 weeks.
Well, you got 2 weeks choice on there already.
Oh, give me 2 weeks first. I don't want no attention. If I give you 2 week notice, that means you ain't suspecting nothing. If I just walk away, you got something on your mind.
All right, 2 weeks notice, keep, and what else?
And walk away.
And walk away, bench, and you cutting the rest.
Yep.
All right. Hey, so what you got?
Make sure I got this right. So you got walk away, keep working, or 2 weeks notice.
2 weeks notice, or you can customize it. It's 4 options.
Oh,
so
like custom.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks. All right, I had to write it out.
Des want to know the question again. If you hit the Powerball tonight, which options are you going to do? You got to keep one, bench one, and cut one. You go walk away, give a 2 weeks notice, keep working, or you go customize how you go do it. So you can keep, bench, cut. So you got to keep 2, or bench 2, or cut 2, because there's 4 options. Cuz said he got to go play. He done ran up out of him. Yeah, you better get there before 10.
So I'm gonna customize.
And how you go customize it?
Oh, for what I do, I give them a 30-day. You know what I mean? I'll get some stuff together, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
30 days. Okay, customize for 30 days. I got it.
And then so then I'm gonna cut, walk away. Obviously, I'm gonna do them right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then bench the 2 weeks. Man, what I'm gonna do, and I guess I'm gonna cut to keep working too.
All right, you gotta cut 2 of them. Yeah, if you got okay. Carletta says she been spoiled. She go keep, walk away, bench 2 weeks notice, and she go customize and keep working. Cut, customize, and keep working. I hear you. All right, here we go. Time machine time. If you was in the time machine and you go back to the age of 18, how would life be different for you with what you know today, with you going back to your year 18?
Ooh, ooh, boy, I would have married the girl. Anyway, yeah.
So going back in the time machine to your 18, but when you go back, you keeping your knowledge that you already learned today. But you're going back to the age of 18. How would life be different for you?
I would have been married at 28.
Okay. Coach, what you got?
I learned everything I can about Google and make plenty of money.
Everything you can about Google, huh?
Invest in everything like that.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, and I'd have been married too, but I would have probably done some things different. So, well, it wasn't nobody's fault. So my child would have been born.
All right, last question. You can only pick two. Your dream house, $1 million cash, bring one person back to life, and restart at 18 again.
Can only pick one?
You can only pick two.
Oh.
Bring a person back and restart at 18.
Okay.
I'm in the car with you, Coach. I'm in the car with you, Coach. Open up the passenger seat. Let me get in there and put my seatbelt on.
Carletta said she would have come to Christ sooner. Life is too ghetto. Dad said he would have been on them stocks and Bitcoins from day one. Okay. Carletta said dream house and bring back the one person. Those are two tough choices though.
Not for me. Nah.
Not for you.
I'd have to bring my daddy back. That's for sure. But then again, yeah, I bring him back. But at 18, I may have to rethink that one because I'll be cutting the yard every day.
Yeah, Dad's got a good point though. Yeah, Dad, I'm with you on that. That is a tough one. Well, let's go do it for the SRT fun bag. I gotta get up and go to get my. I already got my ticket. I got my ticket yesterday. But if you happen to, there was a Georgia person that won at least $1 million the other day.
Yeah.
And the Mega Million got popped last night too. So make sure you check your ticket. And with that being said, man, I got a shout out to you, Coach, you, Ace, and everybody who tuned in. Shout out to the tenants. And shout out to Cameron Boozer, man. Cameron Boozer been doing his thing. And
who you playing for?
Good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he played for that school. Okay.
Yeah. We got a tough one Saturday, 12 o'clock, Michigan State. Got to go to the Izzo Dome. That's going to be a tough one, Coach.
Oh, yeah. Before you shout out, I forgot to tell y'all what I saw over Thanksgiving. I was riding to my cousin's house to get ready to go eat, and a car pulled up beside me. Nobody was in it.
Oh, you saw one of them weight moves.
Man, it scared me to death. I turned, I said, what the? And I said, I'm going to let you go on ahead of me because I don't know if you want to change lane, but it stayed in the lane and everything. I'm like, wow.
That was nobody.
Yeah, no passengers were in it or nothing, but it was riding. I said, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I started to blow my horn to see if it'll blow the horn back. You know
Yeah,
you know what? I ain't never thought about that, Coach.
I was like,
that's crazy.
So you blow the horn.
Yeah. And Neil made it so funny. It turned everywhere I turned. I started to get a little worried. Then I'm like, wait a minute. Now, we ain't going the same place, but I got on the highway, went on the other way. I said, okay, we good.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. That's my shout out. Give me a shout out, Ace.
Oh man, one time you HO SRT family, Coach, everybody, man, always have a good time. Check me out on Mondays. Just go to DNA Sports Talk on all social media. You'll find the link to the show each and every Monday, 7 to 9. Me and Don, the D and DNA, we be on talking about everything in the sports world as well.
Yeah. All right, Coach, what you got?
Shout out to all y'all too, the crew. Shout out to all the everybody that watched tonight. Love y'all. You know, y'all always part of the show. Shout out to Red Rev and Armani from the Red Rev Sports Show. Saturdays from 10:30 until meaningful football is played, and then we'll see what happens. Shout out to all the people, and shout out to everybody going to a high school football game on Friday night. Better bring your umbrella and a jacket because it's gonna be cold and raining, but they're gonna play. So if you want to go to a game, that's what you got to do.
They finally go do the Gainesville, Langston Hughes.
Yes, sir. They're playing Saturday and Friday.
Where they playing it?
Langston Hughes.
Oh, okay. I'll be at JR Cricket Saturday on Cascade.
Oh, okay.
Anybody want to come and get their autograph? Get my autograph. I'll be over at JR Cricket. Yeah, I'll be over there. So. All right, man. Shout out. I appreciate everything and everybody. Shout out the Hancock D. Will Smith. Appreciate that E-Dub. Ace of Coach. R.I.P. Moms and Pops and R.I.P. BC. For Ace of Coach and myself, Hancock D. Will, E-Dub, Smitty, and everybody who tuned in and all attended. This is SRT. We'll holler at y'all next week. We out of here. Peace.